Hey, third grade. I am so excited to see you. So today we are starting Unit 4, Problem Solving, second step, Lesson 17, Solving Problems, Part 1. All right, so we're going to keep going. Okay, so we're continuing our second step lessons. Last time you learned about managing hurt feelings, and this week you're going to learn about Problem Solving, Part 1. So remember the calm down poster, and I've been using this with lots of friends who need help with self-regulation. So stop, name your feeling, and calm down. Breathe, count, and use positive self-talk. Okay? So one of the things that we're going to start out with first today is we're going to learn how to solve problems. And so when you solve a problem, you need to think. Remember that calming down strong feelings will help you think more clearly. Okay, remember the hand brain, how this right here is the frontal lobe and it helps you solve problems, but you flip your lid, you need to calm down. I have to use this all the time too. So today we're going to actually talk about this problem solving poster and solving problems and taking steps to do that. It is so helpful. So let's look at what the problem solving steps are. So S is say the problem without blame. T, think of solutions that are safe and respectful. E is explore consequences. What could happen if ... And P is pick the best solution and make your plan. Okay, so remembering the word step can help you remember the problem solving step. Okay, so now we're going to think, turn, and tell. Okay, so this is our brain builder today. So we're going to use the letters in the step to help us think of typical or common third grade problems. So you can sit wherever you are in your class, the person next to you can be your partner. And we can think, turn, and tell for problems that start with the letter S, like secrets, swearing, or stealing, and T, telling on others or talking in class. And we're not going to call on you at random, but I want you to think about these problems. Repeat, and then it says we can repeat with steps 2 and 3 with the letters E, like extra homework, exclusion, or embarrassing others, and P, peer pressure, pushing, picking on others. So I want you to think. If you want to do this, you can turn and talk to your neighbor. You can pause the video right here and turn and talk about problems or typical problems that start with the letter S, like secret, swearing, or stealing. You can start with, you can talk about problems that start with T, like telling on others or talking in class. E, extra homework, exclusion, or embarrassing others. Or P, peer pressure, pushing, picking on others. So you can go ahead and pause if you want to do that. And then we can go back to the problem solving poster. And you guys can use this to help you think of solutions. So let's do an example together before you pause the video, if you want to pause it. So let's think of a problem. One of the problems I've noticed is with friendship. So I've noticed a lot of problems with friendship and things happening at recess. So we would say stop, say the problem, and it's a friendship that might say, like, it's a person that calls someone a name at recess. You could say stop without blame. So we're not going to say, oops, hold on. There we go. We're not going to say, you do this to me. We're going to say the problem. I don't like it when I get called names. Please be safe. Please be kind. The teacher says if it happens again, you're going to have to write me an apology note and then pick the best solution. So one of the solutions I've had to pick with some girls on campus is they had to do a stay away agreement because they couldn't be kind to one another. So that's something that we might have to come up with too. But that's not my favorite thing to come up with. I like it better when people can get along and come up with a solution together. Like yesterday, I actually had some 5th grade girls that had issues with friendship and they talked it out and it was so kind. And so I was really impressed. So now we're going to be ready for the story and the discussion. And today it's a video. So we're going to watch it. Before I play the video for you, I'm going to tell you about these boys. This is Leo and Travis thinks Leo is hogging the swing. But Leo got there first. They have a problem. Let's watch the video to find out more about their situation and focus your attention on clues for how they're feeling.
My old playground. Recess was my favorite time because I liked doing stuff with my friends. Playing tag, playing soccer, and of course, swinging. Leo and Travis like doing stuff too, but they've got a problem.
Hey, let me have a turn.
No, I got here first, so I can use it as long as I want.
But you're not even swinging. You're just twisting around.
So what? You can't tell me what to do. I just want to twist around. I don't have to swing.
But that's not fair. You have to give me a turn, too.
No, I don't. Hey, let go.
Okay, this isn't going well. Hey, guys, what's going on?
Okay, so how are Leo and Travis feeling? They're irritated and upset, and we can tell because of the situation and their face and their body, and they're irritated and upset with each other. They can't think clearly about how to solve the problem, and they need some help before one of them does something hurtful. Anthony is ready to help solve the problem. And remember, we're going to say the problem-solving steps. So we have that poster. So we're going to say the first one, which is S, say the problem. Okay? So say it with me. S, say the problem. Now listen to Travis and Leo say the problem. And I want you to focus your attention and listen to what they say and how they say it. So we're going to watch part 2.
So swinging is supposed to be fun, right? But it doesn't look like you're having much fun. What's the problem?
Travis is trying to take the swing from me, and I got here first.
But he's not even swinging. He's just twisting around.
It sounds like you're stuck, and you're not going to be able to swing your way out of it. I think this calls for the problem-solving steps you learned.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to make an S, but it's not working.
An S? I get it. S is the first step.
Yeah, S. Say the problem, remember?
The problem is Leo is always hogging the swing, and he never uses it for swinging.
Nuh-uh. The problem is Travis is always telling me what to do. I never get to swing by myself because of you.
Oh, you both sound pretty angry. I feel like that sometimes. What works for me is taking a minute to calm down. If you can calm down, then you can try saying the problem without blame.
Okay, so what does Travis say? He says that he says he's blaming him, right? So he's blaming him and he does not sound respectful. And what about Leo? Does he sound respectful? When Travis says you're always, or Leo says because of you in a disrespectful tone of voice that blames the other person or makes it the other person's fault. Words like you, always, or never can be blaming words. Phrases like because of you or you made me are also examples of blaming language. Blaming language is not respectful and it can make others angry. It's hard to solve problems when you're angry. Right now, Leo and Travis are angry, and how can they calm down and to solve problems? Remember, we already talked about this. Stop, name your feeling, and calm down. So stop, I'm angry, and calm down. Once they're calm, they can try to say the problem without blame. Okay? So let's think about how we would say the problem. How could you say the problem? Can you turn and talk to your neighbor really quick? I'm going to give you like 10 seconds. how would you say it? And I'm going to give you an example. So I could say, hey, it really upsets me that I can't use the swing, and I feel like, and it's really hard because I'm trying not to say the word you because that's blaming language, so you have to think through it. But I would say, I really want to use the swing and it hurts my feelings and it makes me feel sad when I can't use it. Could you help me with this problem? And so it's important not to use blaming words. And maybe you could say, how about we try to take turns? So we're going to watch another video about how Leo and Travis calm down and say the problem. But before, I want you to think about what you could say. So I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to do that. What could you say? You can think in your head or you can tell your neighbor. Okay, now we're going to watch the next video.
When you calm down, I know you'll be able to solve your problem. Start by using your stop signal. Then, name your feelings.
Chillax. I'm feeling super mad.
Cool it. I feel angry.
Okay, good start. You've named your feelings, so let's do some belly breathing to calm down. Then, you can work on solving the problem. Well, I know I feel calmer. I think you're ready to work on solving your problem with STEP. We started with S, which is...
Say the problem. I said it. Leo's always hugging the swing.
And I said Travis is always bossing me around.
When you say the problem using words like always and never, you're using blaming words. That's gonna make the other guy feel like it's his fault. And if he thinks you're blaming him, he's going to feel mad. Those kinds of words fall into the disrespectful category, and we're all about being respectful. Let's try something that'll help you say the problem without blaming anybody else. Travis, tell us what you want or need.
I want to turn on the swing.
And what do you want or need, Leo?
I want to finish my turn on the swing.
So if we put both of those wants together, we can say the problem without blaming. The problem is you both want to use the same swing.
Yeah, and I want to twist around on it. Travis wants to swing, but I don't.
So now what?
Okay, so now we're going to do our skill practice. So all that we're focusing on today, I'm going to make sure you guys can see me. Okay. All that we're focusing on today is making sure that we're not using blaming language. So we're going to practice some things together. Okay. So, okay. So we're going to do these scenarios. So it says Travis and Leo are arguing over the swing. Travis says, you're always hogging the swing. Leo says, I never get to swing by myself because of you. So remember using language like always and never and you. Those are blaming words, okay? So we're going to think about what we can say instead. So here is the skill practice. Debbie and Tabitha are arguing about who gets to go first on the slide. Debbie says, you never let anyone else go first on the slide. Tabitha, you're always bossing people around and getting your way. This sounds like some kiddos that I already know in 3rd grade. So what could you say instead? Turn and talk to your neighbor and tell them what you could say instead. And I'm going to give you guys about 15 seconds to do that. What could you say instead? Okay, come back to me. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so I bet you guys came up with some really amazing things. I'll tell you what I would say. I would say you want to make it about you. You could say, I don't like it when I don't get to use the slide. And I would love if we could take turns so that we each got a chance to go first on the slide. Okay, So you're making it about you and kind of what you want. And remember, you're being assertive. So let's try the next one. Charles and Sam are arguing about what to do after knocking over the teacher's planter. Charles, you made me do it. You bumped into me on purpose. Sam, you're always getting in my way. You never make room for others. So what could you say instead about the plant being knocked over? Turn, talk to your neighbor and tell them what you could say. I'm going to give you about 15 seconds to do that. Okay, come back to me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so I bet you guys came up with some amazing things. If this happened to me, I would not say that language. That's not my personality to say that. You might be thinking that you would never say that too, but if somebody bumped in, maybe if it was my brother, I would say that. I would be like, why'd you do that? But if I was at school or with a friend or something, and I knocked over the planter, I would be like, oh no. I would be like, it's okay. Let me help you clean it up. Or do you mind helping me clean it up? I wouldn't say, you did that. So sometimes you also have to think about the situation and what matters to you, right? All right, so let's review our lesson for today. So today you learned about solving problems using the step and practice the S, which is the first one, say the problem. So saying the problem without blame is respectful. And next lesson, you're going to learn how Travis and Leo solved their problem. Remember, we didn't even get to see how they solved it. You'll learn about that next time. So we're going to finish with the step up song and then write an S in the air when you hear S, say the problem, and stand up every time you hear the word problem.
Here's what you do when you have a problem you gotta solve. Step up. Here's what you do when you have a problem you gotta solve. Step up. S is when you say, give the problem a name. Here's the problem, no one's to blame. T is think and say respectful things you can try. Maybe this, maybe that, or something else will fly. E, exploring how those things you think might go. Think it through, blow by blow. P is picking out the choice that works the best. Step it up and you will see you won't be stressed. Here's what you do when you have a problem you gotta solve. Step up. Here's what you do when you have a problem you gotta solve. Step up. You know those times in life when you were losing your cool. Say someone wrecks the game that you are playing at school. You wanna scream, you wanna call them a fool. But calm yourself and solve the problem using this rule. Step up. S is when you say, give the problem a name. We can't agree on the rules of this game. T is think and say respectful things you can try. We could take turns or try your rules some other time. E, exploring how those things you think might go. If we do this or that, it could work, don't you know? P is picking out the choice that works the best. Step it up and you will see you won't be stressed. Step. Here's what you do when you have a problem you gotta solve. Step up. Here's what you do when you have a problem you gotta solve. Step up. Step up.
All right, see you next time.